Tell me why I thought it was okay to put a microdose at like 5 p.m. Only it wasn't a microdose. It was an actual dose. I felt like my head was going to explode because of the deafening silence. Wagwan my peoples, it's Kaizen back in the billing. First time on YouTube for a while now. I got so many DMs when I first said on my Instagram that I took a psychedelic at first. I understand how weird that might seem, but it's mind expanding. It's a spiritual drug. There's a lot of people that have no idea what they do, how they make you feel, how an experience can change your life, you know what I'm saying? Most times it's never for the worst, I promise you that. Let's just say that. I thought if no one knows about it, fuck it, let's make a video. So what is LSD? To put it simply, LSD, aka acid, is a chemical hallucinogen basically used to fly away. I'm playing. It's a psychedelic. Most times people use psychedelics in order to, it's just a good time, you know what I'm saying? LSD can go one or two ways, a very, very good way or extremely bad way. Let me explain. Acid makes your mind extremely suggestible, meaning you could hear one piece of bad news and that will completely fuck you up. Like differently. It just depends on who you are as well. Like the effects will differ depending on who you are. That's the drug. That's what it is. Weed is different. You know what I'm saying? With weed, you smoke some weed, you buzz. You're like, hey. That's not the same with this at all. Alright, so first things first. What is LSD? Got me there, mate. LSD, aka acid, is a hallucinogenic drug. It's a psychedelic. And what psychedelics do basically is they alter your perception of reality. I don't know what the science is behind it, but long story short, you see shit different. They come in little small squares of paper or pellets or like little sugar pellets, something like that, and you just pop it in your mouth and you fly away. Now, keep in mind that this is a very, very brief explanation, and if you are thinking about consuming such drugs, please go on to different YouTube channels and different knowledge sources, because I'm just not that guy. I don't want to be the reason you have a bad trip. Let's just put it like that. I know what I'm talking about because I've done the research, but I'm just documenting my experience on this channel. So yeah. And also it goes without saying that if you are 18 or 17 or younger, please do not take drugs. It's just common sense, mate. I didn't do that when I was 17. You shouldn't either, you know what I mean? Yeah. How does it make you feel? Obviously, this just depends on who you are. However, the general consensus of what LSD feels like, you get things like ego dissolution. So your ego, who you are, kind of dissipates into the world. So you are the world. That's literally how you feel. It's really hard to explain. You have an altered sense of everything, to be honest. Like you can see sounds and hear colors, and it's very weird. It is, however, the best experience if you do it responsibly. I'm not even gonna lie. It shows you things that a sober brain just can't even imagine about this world, the truths of this world, and it has the potential to change your life. It does. It has the potential to change how you look at the world, your paradigm. Why did I decide to take it? Good question. Psychedelics like LSD, like magic mushrooms, they're all spiritual drugs. That's how I like to call them. That's how I like to categorize them. They basically change the way you see the world. For me, I just want to see so many different perceptions of reality and life in general. You know, someone in Spain, someone in Ghana will see life different from the way I see life as a young black boy from London. You get it? I feel like the only way to learn and grow is through experience. So obviously, barring things like heroin and nasty drugs like that, I would just want to try everything. So I thought, hey, LSD's a go. Added to the fact that I watch a lot of Joe Rogan. A lot of Joe Rogan, fam. He educated me on what psychedelics are. I found it cool as fuck. And yeah, that's how we got here. All right, let's set the scene. It's actually right here. It's actually on this table. I was working, right? And I bought two different ones. I bought one which was the regular dose, the one that will make you trip, and then a micro dose for basically productivity, because that's something that you can actually do with LSD. Now, tell me why I thought it was okay to pop a microdose at like 5 p.m. Only it wasn't a microdose. It was an actual dose. Now, why is this important to the story, okay? I just wasn't ready for it. I just was not ready. And this was, bear in mind, I've taken like psychedelics before this. I've taken LSD before this time, but this time really changed me because I think before I was using it more of a party drug, so I wasn't actually experiencing anything. Plus, I didn't go outside. That's a big factor. You need to go outside. Anywho, so the first 3 hours, that's basically the come up. I wasn't doing much. I was just observing plants, looking at myself in the mirror, watching trippy music videos. You need to have fun in those first 3 to 4 hours, by the way, because the effects are so goddamn strong. If everything is silent on LSD, you feel like your brain is going to come out your ears. I'm not even capping. So I was playing my music loud as all hell, just looking at things. Things were melting and going back together and exploding. It's just really weird shit that I was seeing. Like, for example, this is when I knew I was tripping for real. I looked up at my wall. The whole thing just looked like it was melting, exploded, and then came back together again. What's going on? What's going on? Anyway, as time goes past, I get to the peak of my trip. I don't know why, but I decided to go in the bath. I took my LED lights with me. I took my music with me. However, now that we were in the bath, I couldn't get to the music as frequently. So there was a lot of pauses in between the music. And remember what I said about the silence when you're on LSD? It will get you. Bro, the thoughts and feelings, intrusive. They were so apparent and I couldn't even move. I was in this bath, chilling. Every time the music came off, I shit you not. I don't know why, but I felt like my head was going to explode because of the deafening silence. Just these thoughts about the world, the thoughts about just unsettling things that I really did not want to think about. But there was nothing I could do about it. So I hop out of the bath, dry myself, put on some clothes, cream my skin. This feels weird. Everything feels weird. And plus, I've got something called LSD belly, which is basically your belly doesn't feel the best when you're on LSD. Let's just put it like that. But I say to myself, okay, I've done this before. I don't like where this is going. I am going to go out. For the first time ever, I'm gonna go out. I feel okay enough to go out and to explore, basically. Oh my God, it changed my life, man. As soon as I stepped outside of my yard, the drug was just different. It was just a different type of drug. I promise you. This was where the ego disillusion started to kick in. You know that feeling that you are one with the universe and one with everything? Yeah, bro, yeah. This is when this started kicking in. I started walking and everything else around me, all the man-made objects, all the buildings, they were grayed out. They literally they looked grey. Everything that was natural, bro. Everything from the plants sprouting out from the buildings, from the big, beautiful trees, to the grass, to the flowers that was just beside the canal side that I was walking down. Everything was alive. I promise, I shit you not. Yeah, I know this seems weird. Like, oh, of course plants are alive. No. Like us. Alive like us. You could basically, I was near this place where you could see some real plants and some fake plants. You look at the fake plants, straight away, that shit's fake. You look at the real plants, bro, on LSD, you can feel their energy. I'm not joking. I had this moment where I touched some soil. I just touched some soil, I don't know, because I felt like it. And I literally looked at it, I was feeling it, I was like, this whole shit that we're living in is fake, except for actual earth. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, I can't believe that we are living in this matrix, like this fake world. At our most basic levels, we all know at our most basic level, we are animals, right? We are just animals. And somehow we've managed to adapt ourselves enough and get smart enough to, you know, build things like flats, like cities, like buildings, like the economy. The best way to explain it was I was just getting downloads of information, just download after download. Because of this LSD, I was thinking about so many different things, thinking about the way that this body is not made for a city life. This body is not made to be, you know, pampered like we are today. This body isn't made to work. Like, to think about what working is. Like what you think work is anyway. Work is putting money in another man's pocket. Money, another concept that just doesn't exist. Is something that was created. It's all a concept. Most of the shit that we think about on a day-to-day basis is a concept. A lot of downloads that just came from this one trip. The fact that we are animals, we are made for, you know, a hunter-gathering lifestyle, and the way we literally adapted to survive this way, living for not millions, but thousands of years. And now, we aren't even forced to exercise. We aren't even forced to run. We aren't forced to do this. You know, that is our actual, like, the way that we used to catch prey, right? We used to just outrun them. Not in terms of fastness, but just in terms of long distance. Long distance, no one could beat humans. But now everything else is done for us. We are being presented with real life situations, real life problems, like cancer, like depression, like anxiety, like obesity, like all these things. Is because of the way we're living today. And that's what I realized on LSD basically. Anywho, we come out of that little complex, we walk down to Tesco, because I'm like, I really want some fruit. I go to Tesco. As soon as I walk into Tesco, into the parking lot in Tesco, I just get this disgusting vibe from Tesco, bro. I can't explain it, but Tesco is bad vibes. Tesco is villainous vibes. It's actually buzz. We're getting the fruit, putting it in the basket, whatever. I get another download. I'm like, I can't believe I'm paying for this shit. Like someone dead ass said one day, you are worth this piece of paper. Once upon a time, it was things like gold, things like, you know, bartering systems like goats for pigs and things like that. Like, money isn't a real thing. It's just a concept, just like everything else. Again, a concept. It's not real. It's so crazy how we've managed to, or for most of us anyway, we've managed to get these people to think, oh, money is what I need to do for the rest, like get money. That's why I'm here. I need to get money to, you know, do this, to do that, blah, blah, blah. But money itself doesn't mean shit. That's what you need to realize for sure. Yeah, I was mad as fuck. I'll be honest with you. For some reason, when I realized that about money, I got really mad. I got extremely mad. I don't know why. I just started bugging out. Like, not screaming, not shouting or anything, but I was just fuming inside. I was like, why was I valuing money so much? Like, it really doesn't mean anything. It just means, I guess, freedom. But you could be happy without millions in the bank, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we get back, we demolish the fruit, and this is around Christmas time. I'm looking at my Christmas tree now. Bro. Bro, I start going on this 500-hour rant about Christmas. Oh my God. When I realized that, firstly, we cut down live beings. Remember what I was saying about plants being alive, right? We cut down and kill live beings for what? For a fake holiday. I'm not saying that Christianity is fake. I'm just saying that Jesus' birthday weren't even on December 25th. Like, we all know that. But for some reason, this is LSD me talking, by the way. This isn't Jay Kaizen. This is the LSD nigga that I was talking about, yeah? I was there going on this 500-hour rant, going like, they cut down real life beings for a fake holiday. Like, my niggas out here dead, so this tree is dead. Like, all trees that's in for Christmas, all trees that are in your front room are dead. They're not living. So imagine if we had an old man just sitting in our dining room, just with baubles all over him. Would you like that? Would you think that's okay? So why don't do it to plants then? That's how serious I was with it. I was like, nah, this is some bullshit. Like, they've actually brainwashed the hell out of us, and we're just taking it. When you're on LSD, it is you get some pretty cool downloads, pretty cool thoughts, and you try to write them down. You try to to remember them, whatever. But this is what's peak when it comes to psychedelics, right? Most times anyway with LSD, I can't move my hands. Like, I can't navigate my hands properly. I can't write, I can't really text. So when I'm trying to put down my ideas, when I'm trying to put down everything that I'm trying to remember, I can't, because my hands are like this. And paired with the fact that your mind is the most sporadic thing ever on LSD. The most sporadic thing. You'll be thinking this beautiful long chain of reasoning about something, and it will switch just like that. And you just can't remember anything. Anyway, it was a very, very cool experience, and there's a lot of things from that trip that still resonate with me from then. However, remember, it is still a drug. Like, so you're gonna get all of these thoughts. You're gonna have a lot of things you would want to change the next day. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Just stay where you are and think about everything that you're trying to change. Everything. Don't do it until I'd say a good 2 weeks have gone past and you've had time to really think about your decision. Now, coming out of this trip, and it's been like a good 2 months now, I've had like 3 top realizations from that trip, and I'll just explain it to you now. Number 1, everything is connected. Everything is energy. Energy is everything. That is so important to realize. And I know it sounds dumb, and I know it sounds very wishy-washy, but nah, bro, nah. Everything is connected. Being in that altered state of mind and experiencing the world without a filter, without a judgment, you'll be able to see that planet Earth is a living being, just like you, just like the plants, just like your dog, just like everything else. The planet Earth is a living being. On that living entity is things like, you know, water. Water is a living being. Obviously, when this water isn't living, however, the river water, the sea water, they have electrolytes flowing through them. The flowing water has energy inside it. When it has energy inside it, it means it is alive. Another example, just to throw it out there, everything works together, guys. Remember that. Like, all right, for example, you breathe in oxygen and take out or breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen for you, and so on and so forth. There's so many examples like that in this universe. Is crazy, because again, we are made from one thing. We're all energy. Number 2, nothing matters. That's the meaning of life. When you realize nothing matters, the world is yours. The world is literally yours. It's your playground. That quote is from Rick and Morty, actually, but it's very, very true. Nothing actually matters. Once you have that feeling of ego disillusion and you realize how insignificant and small you are, just especially as a human, like, you just know in this vast universe you don't mean nothing. And that's not a bad thing. It just basically means that after we die, life goes on as normal. Time doesn't stop for anyone or anything. One day, Earth will be, you know, engulfed in an aging sun. But that is actually something that's going to happen. The sun is going to expand and swallow the Earth whole. And then soon after that, the sun is going to die too. So I don't know if it's going to explode or just die out, but it will die nevertheless. You know, nothing lasts forever. We all must go. And that is not to be negative, guys. Not at all. In my opinion, that gives me more hope and more happiness, to be honest. I'm something called an optimistic nihilist. I don't know why they call it something so difficult, but it basically means nothing matters, and because nothing matters, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can just do whatever you want. Don't be tied by society, by your parents, by anyone or anything. Just be you unapologetically. And when I say do anything you want, I mean anything you want. Shit on the floor if you want, you know what I'm saying? Go throw eggs at church. I don't care. I honestly don't care. Just do whatever makes you happy. Most times when you put out negative energy, you're not feeling good. And what's the point in living when, you know, you're not feeling good? So there's no point. Just please don't listen to these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just go, oh, the meaning of life is about hard work, you know? The meaning of life is about leaving behind generational wealth. Bro, I don't mean nothing. If anything, generational wealth, I don't agree with it, because all that's gonna create is snobby little rich kids. Who needs that? They're not gonna have any real experiences in life. Obviously, don't die broke. Like, if you can help it, don't die broke. Like, give them something. But just generational wealth is a slippery game. Anywho, just don't do shit you hate, because most times it doesn't matter anyway. Right, okay, and my third and final realization, this is gonna fuck you up quite a lot. We know nothing. Everything is a thought, bro. You don't know a thing. You don't know a goddamn thing. Neither do I. No one does. So for example, take 2 plus 2. You think it's 4, right? How do you know? How do you know? What? Because your teacher said so? Because your mum said so? Where did they get that information from? Where did they get it from? You don't know. Everything you think is a fact is only a fact because other people back it up as well. You get it? Like the color red. Yeah, red is red here, but that same color could be purple on another, like it could be called purple, correct? We learn all the information around us from other people. You know what I'm saying? That's why religion is such a big thing. I don't think half of these people would be, no, man said half, none. Religion wouldn't be a thing if at every single birth you can't communicate with that person and they have to get a grasp with the world just by themselves. Religion wouldn't be a thing. For sure. Let's go even deeper. Let's take something like maths, right? Maths, everyone would think, yeah, that's a pretty solid fact. Like maths is out there. Maths is yeah. They say maths is something we discovered, right? It's something that's been here since the dawn of time. It's maths. Like, how could it not? Okay, that may be true, but if you go to an alien world, chances are they aren't going to be representing the numbers in the same way you do, with the same concepts you have. That isn't the case. Numbers are just a way for our human brains to comprehend this physical reality. Because we are so small, we need some sort of measure of reference. You get it? You go outside, you may see one person. Okay, one, that's a number. That one person is a multicellular organism who, you know, regenerates his whole body every 7 years. So how is that one person? No, that's not one person, that's billions of particles. That is millions of cells. What I'm trying to say is, don't be so romantic with your thoughts. There's a lot of people out there that are, them and their thoughts are one. So them and their beliefs, you can't separate it even if they know something else is correct. Little news flash for you. Thoughts come and go. Beliefs come and go. Why would you stick to something you deep down know isn't real? What, for comfort? That isn't a way to live. Because after this, you know, you should seek discomfort. It makes you a better person, I promise. The reason there's so many wars, people fight over their beliefs, not realizing it's all in your head, buddy. It's all in your head. Like, that's not me trying to disrespect any religions at all, I promise. Like, big respect to any religion or any religious believer that's watching this video. But you have beliefs and there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But religion does the same thing as the law of attraction and the same thing as the laws of the universe. It represents hope for you, you know? It keeps you in a positive mind state. It kind of makes things attract to you because you're always in that abundant being. You're always in that happy place because of religion. You get it? Next question, how it changed my content. Oh, this is a good one. Alright, in order to talk about how it changed my content, I need to talk about how it changed me as a person. It made me a lot less judgmental, and I look at everything very objective now. There's no good, there's no bad, because that is only it's a human concept. You know what I'm saying? There's always a reason for something, and I'm not saying that there are excuses or they're right for doing it, because that's not the case at all. But let's take someone who was murdered, for instance. Why were they murdered? Was it just because that guy got drunk and then hit him too hard and he died? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Why? That's what I'm asking now. Why? It has nothing to do with good or bad or judgment, because that only breeds bad energy anyway. Number 2, on LSD, I was repulsed by anything fake, anything that wasn't authentic. Things that weren't natural. So I'm living by something new now. Authenticity. Real ways of living, real ways of eating, real ways of entertainment. I'll give you an example of what I mean in terms of entertainment, right? We'll say this. The Ace family, for example. They're someone that are they're entertainers, but no disrespect to them, again, no disrespect, but you best know that them niggas fake as fuck. They're not real. That's not a real family. Like, everyone that's not a child can see that shit is clearly fake. everyone can see that those videos are not how real families are. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, because if you want to be a glorified children's entertainer, then by all means do it. Like for like I said, more than likely if you're a glorified children's entertainer, you're gonna get a big bag. And if you get a big bag, that's why you're doing it, you get it? But for me personally, that is much less creatively gratifying. That I don't ever want to be a children's entertainer, because that's just not who I am. I'm not really a PG rated type of guy in my everyday life. I want people to love me, Junaid, Jay, Kaizen, whatever you want to call it. Like, the real Junaid is the real Junaid. I would rather make good money from doing things I love to do than make millions and be some fake dude. And when people meet me, the first thought is, that's not how he acts on the camera, bro. That's not how he acts. Like, he acts different in real life, blah, blah, blah. I would hate that. I would hate it. So yeah, to recap, number one, this made me much less judgmental. Number two, I'm more natural and authentic. And number three, I'm more in touch with my spiritual side, dog. I'm new, I'm fresh. I'm literally just starting out on my spiritual journey. So give me time. But I want to, at the end of the year, I want to have a good knowledge of, you know, mysticism, Eastern healing, Eastern philosophy, spirituality in general. I find it very fascinating. And even though, like I said, we don't know anything, it does make me feel, it makes me feel nice. It makes more sense than religion in my head. And also, when I practice it, it makes me feel more at peace and a better person in general. So 3 words, I guess: authentic, deep, positive. Authentic, deep, positive. Yeah, that's what she said. Wherever you find me, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I'm doing one of those 3 things. I'm, you know, giving you positivity throughout your day, or making you think deeper in your life, in your everyday life, or just being me. 100% authentic, uncut me, baby. Everything else, bro, I'm leaving that shit to the birds. Like, it just doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being me, sometimes I'm absolute uncertified joke, man. So yeah, guys, that was my experience. Any questions, anything that you guys want to know more, drop it in the comments. I'll make sure I'll respond to that. I hope that this video has not only been informative but also enlightening. If you held any judgmental thoughts about psychedelics, I hope this has, you know, made you realize some things. And yeah, man, it's been the Kid Kaizen. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video, hope.